Here is the next one here. Am I the asshole for, quote, tricking my boyfriend into eating vegan?
Okay.
I, female, 21, am vegan and have been so for several years. I started dating. She's she's calling her boyfriend John in this, even though that is not their name. I started dating John, who is a male 22-year-old, about 3.5 months ago. We've gotten along wonderfully, except for this past issue. When we went out to dinner for the first time, I told him I was vegan when ordering my dish, and he just kind of went, "Oh, cool," and started talking about something else. It never really came up ever again as a point of discussion. Though when he's come over and I've made lunch/dinner, it's always been dishes. I've never tried to actively hide this from him. When he asked what we were having, I'd say things like burgers, and I assumed that he knew it would naturally be something like an Impossible Burger, as I am vegan. For Christmas, neither of us could afford to travel home, and neither are very close to our families, so we had Christmas at my apartment and I cooked dinner, vegan lasagna. After dinner, we were watching some cooking show, and a contestant was making something with fake meat. John commented how he hated when dishes pretended to be meat when it was plant-based, and it was deceptive and gross, and he would never eat that. I was naturally very confused and pointed out that he's eaten that several times. When he questioned me, I explained that dinner had been entirely vegan with fake meat. Every time he's eaten at my place, it's been a vegan dish. He got upset. I'm trying to keep this post concise, but he accused me of tricking him into eating something he found disgusting and forcing my diet on him. I said he was stupid for being mad at that, and he said it would be the same as if he had tricked me into eating meat. I said it wasn't the same because I was morally opposed to eating meat, but nobody was morally opposed to eating plants. We argued some more, and he left and went home. He hasn't been over since. Yesterday I texted him trying to smooth things over, hoping he cooled down. He wrote a few paragraphs about how he felt betrayed. He said he hoped I understood how disappointed he felt that I would tamper with his food like that, and that something like this was a serious betrayal of his trust. He said I should have disclosed that none of the food I ever made contained meat. He finished it by saying he would come over for New Year's only if I apologized for lying to him. I got frustrated and said that I didn't lie. This was something I shouldn't apologize for, and he was being stupid and childish. He hasn't replied.
That's the end.
Edit.
Oh.
There's an edit I just saw. Thank you for the responses. Didn't expect so many comments. Here are some extra details. No, he never helped me cook dinner. He usually waits in the living room and sets up a music playlist, sets up the table and stuff like that. I don't mind that much since my apartment is rather small. The kitchen might be kind of cramped with both of us in there. I find cooking relaxing and I tend to zone out anyway. He doesn't ask about it other than what are we having, and it's not discussed that much while we eat. If he had asked where I bought the ingredients or how I prepared it, it's not like I would lie and say it was real meat or something. This is the first major fight we've had, and I don't want it to end such a great relationship over it. I just feel like no matter how much I try to explain my point of view, he keeps making me sound like the villain. I felt like I was going crazy because this is the first time he's made me feel like this. I don't think I'm going to cave and apologize for it, though. If he wants to act like a baby, then I think I just won't spend New Year's with him. I'll just invite some of my friends over, or something like that. Now it's the end of that one.
Okay, so here's my thoughts on this, okay? He is more in the wrong for blowing it out of the water like he is.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely made it way more than it needed to be.
Yeah. However, I will say that if he feels as strongly about meat as he does, like eating it, then how do I explain this? If he feels as strongly as he does about meat, he should have made that a lot more clear.
Yeah.
maybe would have been taken a lot more serious. I feel that it should be somewhat serious either way. Like, as much as, you know, yeah, you're eating fucking plants, right? Which, by the way, I hate the whole I'm vegan. Just say you eat fucking plants, okay? That shit is just stupid to me.
That means.
Okay. But my point is, like, the reason behind being vegan is dumb. Because it is in my opinion, it suggests that eating plants do not have a living, they are not a living organism. Like cows and stuff are. Now, if you are vegetarian,
most people think.
now if you are vegetarian, that's a whole different story. If you just eat plants because you're into that, you just like it better, then I understand that. Because it is fine.
Well, you know, there's a difference. Vegetarian and vegans both eat plants. It's just that vegans don't eat anything that comes from animals.
Right. Because
Like
they
milk
believe
products.
that they are hurting a living organism. But
Well,
that is a stupid
I mean, that's not
argument.
entirely it. It's the unethicality of farming and shit like that. Because, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's ethical to force cows to get pregnant and then take the baby cows away from them
Well,
and then
that,
get them
no, it's
pregnant
not,
again.
but also, but here's another thing. Is it ethical for us to fucking plant hundreds of thousands of potatoes to fucking dig them out of the ground and fucking
Yes.
eat them?
Because they're plants. They're made to be grown and eaten.
But who says they're made to be grown and eaten?
Fucking the world.
But you could argue the same thing about meat.
Yes, meat is there to be eaten, however, not in the way that we do it. I'm not against eating meat. I eat meat, obviously.
Well, no shit.
I'm just saying.
Well, that's what, but I'm saying.
There is reason behind
But
the fucking...
I'm just saying. I think that the whole vegan argument is absolutely buttfuck stupid. I think that being vegetarian, cool. You know, I eat both plants and meats because they fucking they both taste delicious. But
That's not vegetarian.
the fucking my point is, I think that he is definitely in the wrong because the overreaction, the not explaining things and keeping things like simple, and it's not that she had never told him either that she was vegan. She told him on the first date that they went on to. That's the first sign that he was kind of psycho.
Yeah, this guy sounds like he's literally just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, either A, he didn't listen, and, like, is just... clearly he didn't care and didn't listen.
Yeah.
Which isn't very good either. Or he listened and he's just stupid and figured that she's vegan and she was making him full not vegan meat dishes for them to eat together.
He's definitely wrong.
And then afterward, which first of all, I've never in my life heard someone fucking react that way about eating not real meat. Like, oh, by the way, did you like the fucking burgers we had? Like, oh yeah, sure, they're pretty alright. That was a plant-based burger. What the fuck? You made me eat plants? Like, no one should react like that.
Oh no.
For anything like that, bro.
But I also
like...
think that like I said, I think that the argument, like I said, the vegan argument is stupid to me. But the fucking, I will agree, he is actually stupid for also making the same argument on meat. Or on plants, sorry. Like not eating plants is stupid, and not eating meat is dumb. And this is, I think this is where opinion comes in more of anything, but I just personally, I think that the whole fucking, that whole situation right there, his fault. But
Yeah,
instead of
he
calling,
definitely wasn't tricked by anything. Like, I don't know what he's talking
yeah,
about.
he wasn't tricked by anything. No, that never happened. I will say that the whole idea, though, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it until I'm fucking dead. Vegans, you need to come up with a better argument.
Yeah, bro. Caring about animals and the ethics of it doesn't count anymore. Danny certified.
Bro, they're both plants and animals are living organisms.
Sure, but there's a
No,
difference
there's
between
not.
animals
They
and plants,
They
bro.
breathe, and they go through the same process.
No, they do not.
If
You're not gonna sit here and tell me a human is the same as a potato, Danny.
They're not humans. They're cows.
You're not gonna tell me a cow is the same as a goddamn potato, Danny.
They are. They breathe.
No, no.
They fuck, just in different ways.
Actually, they're cucks if you think about it.
They really are, but that. But my point is that they do the same thing as any living organism for the most part. Like if you look at how they reproduce and stuff like that, and they are mass produced by putting them all next to each other, cramped to where they can barely breathe. Then they're ripped out of the ground.
We are not making plants sound like they are in pain right now, bro.
They would be. If you were a plant,
No,
if you were
bro.
a fucking potato,
Plants
you would not
do
be
not
a
have
happy.
feelings.
Okay, bro. You tell yourself that, but next time when that fucking potato looks at that cooked potato looks at you, I want you to know that you
I'm
fucking
gonna
killed that
enjoy it.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna enjoy it more.
Exactly. I do.
I'd be like, lovely.
I just want to be a vegan. I want you to know that every time you fucking eat a potato that's cooked, you cooked a fucking living organism. Which, that was forced in a crop that is arguably... Oh, they are suffocating for most of their life.
Oh.
And then ripped out of the ground, put on store
Okay.
shelves for you to buy and eat.
Moving on from your rant about plants being the same as animals.
No, my argument is that vegans are stupid, and their argument's dumb. I'm saying
Yeah.
being
Your
vegetarian is
argument-
great. Cool, dude.
makes worse sense than theirs.
What?
You fucking Mongoloid.